반대로 손목 꺾입니다. 아야!
This technique is for throwing the opponent outward by twisting the wrist clockwise. When you throw, lower your balance and let his body travel along the centripetal force line. First, grab the wrist with two hands. Press the upper part of his wrist with the first inside knuckle of your index finger and press him down to the ground. When you grab his wrist, twist it vertically and hold it firmly against your shoulder. Use your other hand to bend his elbow and press it to the ground. First, raise his wrist and press your palm firmly on the back of his fingers. Bend and press down his wrist with the other hand. Circulate his wrist inward and grab the wrist. Wrap his hand with the other hand and pull his body toward you while you move your body slightly to the side. On the ground, control his arm with your knee. Twist his wrist first and make him defensive. As soon as he reacts, push his elbow toward him. Use your body weight to magnify your pushing force. When he moves in for grabbing, grab the opposite wrist and spin under his armpit. Pull his hand downward and then toward you when he falls. Once he hits the ground, press your knee on his arm or shoulder.
틀어서 잡고 겨드랑이 쪽으로 밀어 꺾어올리며 들어가서 다시 꺾어주게.
First, grab and twist his wrist, then push it upward. When you feel you are in control, quickly spin around to take him down. On the floor, use your knee to further control the game.
겨드랑 밑으로 들어가면서 엄지손가락 꺾어줘.
Grab the wrist with two hands and twist it in to out while spinning your body. Hold his thumb firmly to cause more pain in the region.
손가락 잡고 들어가면서
Grab the wrist and spin down under his armpit while controlling his arm. Once you get to his rear side, lower your body and push his wrist upward.
어깨로
Grab his wrist and take your hand out. Then step forward while you are wrapping his wrist with your hands and pushing his elbow with your shoulder. It is important to know the fundamental principles in grappling. When the opponent pushes you, you must pull him. When he pulls you, you must push him. Do not try to throw a bigger opponent, rather, lower your body and utilize his weight against him. When you cannot control him with minute muscle force, use the entire body force and close in. Once you initiate the action, you have a chance to exercise your technique. So remember, control first and then technique. Another way to control the opponent's force is by spinning your body outward or inward. When you spin your body into the opponent, it is called 내회전. When you spin outwardly, it is called 외회전.
회전은 똑같은 기술인데
First, step in and break his fingers upward. Then, spin outward and take him down.
돌을 잡고 촉골부로 촉골로 상대방 천장에 하려다.
First, rotate your grabbed wrist to break his wrist. Press his elbow toward his feet with your forearm.
왼손으로 손등부에 잡고 그 올려서 상대방 손목을 틀었고 저 무릎으로 팔꿈치 눌러 제압을 했습니다.
With your left hand, grab his right thumb and twist it outward. With your right forearm, press his wrist. On the ground, press his elbow with your knee.
겨드랑 밑으로 빠져 누가 손목 꺾기.
Grab his thumb and wrist with both hands. Go under his armpit and spin around. Control his wrist by maintaining the right angle.
겨드랑 밑으로 들어가 끼어있는 상태에서 손목 꺾기.
First, grab his wrist and rotate your arm over his elbow and press it with your armpit.
안으로 돌아 걷기.
예.
안으로 돌아요. 손목 걷기.
Step across his body while holding his wrist. Spin under his arm and twist his wrist outward.
뒤로
Rotate your arm upward to create tension on his elbow. Bring his arms over your head. Throw him over your back to the opposite side of the ground. On the ground, control his arm with your knee.
허리 안아 던지고.
Rotate your arm upward to create tension on his elbow. Grab his waist and snap your hip and throw him to the ground. For balancing, lower your body when you throw.
손가락 잡았을 때 팔꿈치 꺾기. 가마 꺾기.
First, bend your wrist inward to grab his wrist. Twist it outward and turn your body and wrap his elbow with your arm.
틀어잡아 칼넣기.
First, twist his wrist clockwise and grab his wrist with the other hand and press his elbow vertically downward. Then, press his elbow with your knee on the ground.
뒤로 돌아가 손목 걷기.
Pull his wrist and step in and turn around. Twist his wrist against your back when you turn around. Use your body weight and turning momentum and throw him away.
밖으로 들어 손목 걷기.
Grab his wrist and push your hand out of the grip. Spin your body counterclockwise and control his wrist. Use your ki energy to keep his wrist under control.
팔꿈치 꺾기.
Grab his wrist and pull your hand out of the grip. Position your arm under his elbow and wrap it firmly against your body. Lower your body and throw him over your shoulder.
못 감아 던지게.
Grab his wrist and pull your hand out of the grip. Step in and hook his neck in your arm and throw him around your body.
팔꿈치 꽈서 꺾게.
Grab his wrist and pull one hand out of the grip. Hold both of his wrists and cross them against each other and throw him. On the ground, use your knee to control his elbow.
내 던지러 손목. 내 던지러 손목.
Press his fingers upward for initial control. Step in and spin under his arm and take him down. Insert your arm under his forearm and press his shoulder down for an arm lock.
그러다가 상대방 손가락 잡아 뒤로 돌아.
Circulate your left hand inward and escape from his grip. Grab his fingers and wrist and spin under his arm.
손목 꺾고, 다음에 돌아서 팔꿈치 꺾고, 또 돌아서 와서 꺾어주고.
Quickly twist your left wrist upward and grab his thumb with your right hand. Now grab both of his wrists and turn around. Press his elbows against your arms for an elbow lock. Turn around again and cross his arms against each other and throw.
나서 뒤로 그래 던지고.
Position your leg behind his legs. Lower your body and throw him to the rear by rotating your upper body.
전면 한번 던지고.
Step in and escape your wrist. Grab both of his arms, lower your body, and pull his arm toward you and throw him to the ground. Move in as closely as possible and lift his body. Then quickly rotate your upper body to the right while sweeping his leg with your right instep and drop him.
발 잡아 뒤로 밀어 던지기.
Sweep his leg and take him down. Hold his legs and roll his body over and break the back. This is a very dangerous technique. You must use extreme caution.
팔꿈치 꺾어 던지기.
Circulate your left wrist, hold his elbow, and throw him over your shoulder. This technique is popular for self-defense. Always lower your body when you throw.
손목 꺾어 던지기.
First, make a wrist lock and push his elbow into a reverse L shape. Position your hip close to him and throw him over your shoulder.
바닥에 손 들어 던지기.
Position your right leg behind his legs and throw him to the rear with your right arm.
힙 들어 던지기.
Move in close and grab his belt or hip and throw him over.
팔꿈치 꺾어 사방 던지기.
Step in and do an elbow lock on your shoulder and throw him to the right.
팔꿈치 꺾어 좌로 던지기.
Step in and do an elbow lock on your shoulder and throw him to the left.
손 감아서 손목 꺾어주고 손등으로 쳐주고.
Grab his wrist and wrap it around with your other arm. Then, a reverse backhand strike to the face or a knee kick to the head or chest.
팔꿈치 꺾어주기.
Simply grab his elbow and press it down. This is a simple but effective technique.
손목 꺾어주기.
Grab the wrist and twist to the left. Press the elbow with the other hand down simultaneously. This is a painful and effective technique.
밖으로 손목 꺾어 팔꿈치 무릎으로 눌러주기.
Grab his wrist and rotate your body clockwise down. Press his elbow with your knee on the ground.
옆차면서 손목 꺾어주기.
Do a quick side kick to the rib cage and press his wrist down while using your body weight.
손목에다 아우 놓고 들어가면서 전면으로 치기.
Grab his wrist and step in and position your shoulder under his elbow. Pull his arm and lower your body and throw him over your shoulder.
반대로 손목 꺾어주기.
Press the back of his thumb with your left hand and throw him clockwise. Your right hand continues to press his wrist for maximum control.
손목 잡고 틀어서
Bring his wrist up and grab it with the other hand. Twist the wrist and press it with your armpit.
손등 받쳐서 팔꿈치를 손목 꺾어주기.
Press the back of his hand and press his wrist with the bottom of the other forearm vertically downward. This is a delicate and effective advanced skill.
턱 밀어 던지기.
Pull his waist with your left hand and push his chin with your right hand. This is a good way to break his balance in close distance.
나가자! 나가자! 목 뒤로.
Press the neck vital points with your thumbs and push his head away from you with your fingers.
팔꿈치 꺾어. 당겨서 허리 다리 꺾여.
Turn your body and press his elbow with your hands. When his body drops, do a knee kick to the face. Use caution in practice for the safety of your partner.
손목 꺾여.
Turn and grab his wrist with your left hand. Switch hands and keep his elbow resting on the side of your right elbow. Throw him down and do a further control with your knee.
몸 돌아. 흘러.
Open your arms wide and turn around. Grab his wrist and press the elbow. On the ground, use your knee to control his arm.
손목 들어 꺾여.
Grab one of his wrists over your head. Lock his wrist horizontally over his shoulder. Use the other hand to control his elbow. Then, suddenly bring his wrist down to the ground by pulling his wrist and pressing the elbow.
우려 던지기.
Position your right leg behind his legs and push his neck to the rear. On the ground, twist his arm for better control. Then use your knee to press it.
발꿈치 바닥 낀 상태에서 손목을 틀어 올려 걷기.
Twist his wrist with his thumb facing downward. Lower your body as you break his wrist upward. Then, pivot your body 270 degrees counterclockwise, kick the chest, and press his elbow with your shin and knee.
손가락 잡아 틀어 걷기.
Press his hands with your palm heels. Grab one or more fingers and hyperextend them. When you are in complete control, sweep his leg and take him down to the ground.
꼭 잡고 손 틀어 손가락 꺾은 다음 손목 꺾 발로 차고.
Press Hapkido, the vital point between the thumb and index fingers. Pivot your body and get out of the lock. Kick the chest and press his arm with your shin.
들어오는 주먹 맞고 클럽기.
Parry and grab the wrist and press his elbow with your forearm. Press his arm with your knee on the ground.
주먹 그대로 막으면서 꺾어주기.
Trap the fist and wrist with both forearms. Twist his arm down and press the elbow to the ground.
주먹 오른손으로 막으면서 틀어서 손목 꺾어주기.
Block and grab the wrist. Hold it vertically and rotate your body.
들어오는 주먹 양손으로 맞고 한 발 들어가면서 손목 꺾어주기.
Block and grab the wrist. Twist it downward and press toward his body using your body weight.
들어오는 주먹 맞고 발등으로 가슴 치고 팔꿈치 꺾어주기.
Block and grab the wrist. Kick the chest and press his elbow with your leg.
들어오는 주먹 맞고 팔꿈치 관절 꺾어주기.
Block and grab the wrist. Pull his elbow from outside downward.
들어오는 주먹 맞고 손목 말아서 꺾으면서 내회전하면서 다시 꺾어주기.
Block and grab the wrist. Wrap his fist with the other hand and press upward. Twist it down and press it perpendicularly to the ground.
들어오는 주먹 X로 맞고 겨드랑이에 넣어 팔꿈치 꺾어주기.
Press and grab his wrist. Twist it and press with your armpit.
들어오는 주먹 맞고 팔꿈치 꺾어서
Block inward and scoop it up while pressing the elbow with the other hand. Press his back downward and pull his forehead.
들어오는 주먹 막으면서 수도로 손목 쳐.
Block his wrist and strike his wrist with a knife hand strike.
들어오는 주먹 막으면서 정권으로 관자놀이 쳐주기.
Block his wrist and strike the temple with your back fist simultaneously.
들어오는 주먹 막으면서 수도로 목덜미 쳐주기.
Block his wrist and strike the back of his neck with a knife hand strike.
좌수로 들어오는 주먹 맞고 역수도로 안면 쳐주기.
Block his wrist and strike his face with a reverse knife hand strike.
들어오는 주먹 맞고 원을 그리면서 턱 쳐 올려주기.
Block his wrist and make a circular uppercut punch to the jaw.
들어오는 주먹 감싸 안으면서 돌면서 팔꿈치를 늑골 쳐주고 다시 돌면서 주먹으로 늑골 쳐주기.
Do an inside block and turn around and do an elbow strike to the kidney. Continue the spin and punch to the back.
들어온 쪽 잡아당겨. 목 걸어당겨.
Block and pull the neck. Sweep his leg and throw him into the air. Press his arm with your knee on the ground.
좀 나가 팔꿈치 꺾어 던지기.
Block and trap his elbow. Then throw him over your shoulder. This is a popular self-defense technique for its effectiveness.
들어온 주먹을 골라서 바로 당겨.
Block and grab his wrist. Pull it downward and throw him onto the ground. You must utilize the principles of centrifugal and centripetal forces.
주먹도 바로 잡아. 거리 감싸 업어 던지기.
Block and grab his wrist. Then throw him over to the ground. Use the momentum of your hip motion for a powerful throw.
들어온 주먹 잡아. 목 감아 잡아서.
Block and grab his neck. Throw him over your shoulder and then control his arm with your knee.
X로 당겨맞게.
Block the kick with your crossed forearms. Then pull it.
X로 눌러맞게.
Block the kick with your crossed forearms. The striking target is the ankle bone.
바로 비켜 내려맞게.
Move to the left side and drop your right arm and block the kick.
무릎 비켜 내려맞게.
Move to the right side and drop your left arm and block the kick.
손으로 감아서 당기기.
Open your hands and wrap the foot. Then pull it toward you.
무릎을 받아서 발 무릎 눌러 꺾기.
Scoop and grab the kicking leg with your right hand. Then wrap his leg with your right leg and press down.
아래로 맞고 발목 감아서 돌려 꺾기.
Brush and block the kicking leg. Grab the ankle with both hands. Twist it clockwise into the air and throw him. Then, step on his left ankle and twist his right ankle in the air.
X로 막어 발목 감아서 당겨 꺾기.
Cross block and rotate the kicking leg. Lock the calf with your left forearm and pull it toward you.
아래 비켜 맞고 칼 넣고 발 걸어서 머리 당기기.
First, do a scoop block with your right arm. Do a forearm press on his rear knee. Twist and lock his leg with your leg. Pull his hair and finish the situation.
발목으로 막어 발목 눌러 꺾기.
Block and grab the kicking leg. Pull and break the ankle downward. Twist and lock his leg with your leg. Pull his hair from the rear.
들어오는 발 맞고 짙게 올리면서 수도로 장단지 내려쳐주기.
Do a scooping block and hold the kicking leg and attack the side of the calf with a knife hand strike.
들어오는 발 감아서 맞고 발로 가슴 쳐주기.
Do a scooping block and hold the kicking leg. Make a quick inside crescent kick to the solar plexus. This is a surprise attack.
들어오는 발 맞고 안다리 쳐 넣기.
Do a scooping block and grab his shoulder. Make an inside sweeping kick to his shin.
들어오는 발 팔꿈치로 발등 찍어주기.
Do a block and elbow strike simultaneously on his ankle.
들어오는 거 발쪽도로 막아주기.
Make a quick outside crescent kick with the blade of your foot onto the side of his calf.
옆차게 들어오면 아래서 내려막 감싸고 뛰어들면서 오른발로 상대방 발을
First, do a scooping block. Then, sweep his leg up into the air and throw him as far as you can.
옆체들아 X를 막아. 잡아서 당겨. 돌려 던지기.
Do a cross forearm block and grab his foot. Pull and spin him around to the ground.
옆체 을 감아서 잡아당겨 밀어 던지기.
Block and grab his leg. Then push it away to the direction where he came from.
제가 저럴 때 척골을 감아 잡고 회전하면 오른발을 걸어 척골으로 발목과 대퇴부로 꺾어서 제압하기.
Block and scoop the kicking leg. Spin him down and do a leg lock with your right arm.
찌거쳐야 나올 때 맞고 최대한 발을 잡아당겨 어깨를 밀어당겨.
Block the kick and step in. Grab the standing leg and push it with your shoulder.
맞고 유혹을 불어 당겨 상대방 발목 당겨.
Block and do an elbow strike to the kicking leg. Trap the calf with your forearm and press downward.
찌거쳐야 될 때 맞고 축이된 발을 오른발 족도로 차놓고 오른손으로 옆목치기.
Block and grab the kicking leg. Do a side kick to the knee. Finish it with a knife hand strike to the rear neck.
이거는 먹겠어요.
Get up, man, go! Get back!